Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a hot topic: why Malaysia is cozying up to China while drifting away from the US. It's a shift that's raising eyebrows, and we're here to unpack it. Malaysia, a key player in Southeast Asia, has long balanced its ties between global powers. But recent moves, like Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit in April 2025, and a slew of new agreements, signal a tilt toward Beijing. From trade deals to tech investments, China's influence is growing fast. Meanwhile, US policies, like tariffs, are pushing Malaysia to rethink its alliances. In this video, we'll break down 10 reasons behind this pivot, backed by the latest insights. Whether you're into geopolitics or just curious about global trends, stick around, this is going to be eye-opening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives. Let's get started with reason number 1. 1. Economic dependence on China. First up, Malaysia's economy is increasingly tied to China. China is Malaysia's largest trading partner, with bilateral trade hitting $234 billion in Q1 2025. From palm oil to electronics, Malaysia's exports lean heavily on Chinese demand. Projects like the East Coast Rail Link, funded by China, boost connectivity and jobs, tying Malaysia's growth to Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative. In contrast, US tariffs, like the 30% duties on Chinese goods, indirectly hit Malaysia's supply chains, as many Malaysian firms export components to China. The US offers less direct investment in infrastructure, leaving China to fill the gap. For example, the China-Malaysia Gaming Fund, launched in 2025, pumps $100 million into Malaysia's digital sector. This economic reliance makes China a more attractive partner, as Malaysia prioritizes growth over geopolitical balancing. It's a pragmatic choice. China's cash and markets are hard to ignore. 2. Strategic infrastructure investments. China's massive infrastructure investments are reshaping Malaysia's landscape. The $10 billion East Coast Rail Link, set for completion in 2027, is a flagship project under China's Belt and Road. It connects Malaysia's east and west coasts, boosting trade and tourism. China also funds ports, like Malacca Gateway, enhancing Malaysia's role in maritime routes. These projects create jobs and spur growth, making China a key partner. Meanwhile, the US focuses on security ties, like military exercises, but offers little in civilian infrastructure. Malaysia's government sees China's projects as vital for economic modernization. For instance, a deal to link Kuala Lumpur and Zhengzhou airports strengthens logistics. These tangible benefits outweigh US soft power, as Malaysia prioritizes development. China's ability to deliver big projects fast cements its edge, pulling Malaysia closer to Beijing's orbit. 3. Deepening diplomatic ties. Diplomacy is another big factor. Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Malaysia was a game-changer, yielding 31 agreements on trade, tech, and education. Both leaders hailed a new golden era of ties. China's Premier Li Qiang will attend the ASEAN GCC China Summit in Kuala Lumpur in May 2025, signaling deeper engagement. These high-level visits build trust and align priorities. In contrast, US engagement feels inconsistent, focused on security pacts like AUKUS, which Malaysia views skeptically. China's charm offensive, including cultural exchanges and scholarships, resonates more. For example, Malaysia's role as ASEAN chair in 2025 amplifies China's influence through trade talks. Beijing's non-interference stance also appeals to Malaysia, unlike US pressure on human rights. These diplomatic wins make China a closer ally, shifting Malaysia's foreign policy eastward. 4. US tariffs and trade tensions. US tariffs are pushing Malaysia away. The US imposed 30% duties on Chinese imports. down from 45%. But these still disrupt Malaysia's supply chains. Many Malaysian firms supply components to Chinese manufacturers, so US tariffs hit Malaysia indirectly. For instance, electronics, a major Malaysian export, face higher costs. The US-China trade war creates uncertainty, making China's stable trade deals more appealing. ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement, set to finalize soon, offers Malaysia better market access. Meanwhile, US protectionism, like blacklisting Chinese chipmakers, limits tech collaboration. Malaysia's PM Anwar, Ibrahim, noted potential tariff relief talks with the US, but outcomes are unclear. China's tariff pause and trade concessions provide immediate relief, making Beijing a safer bet for Malaysia's export-driven economy. The US's hardline stance is driving Malaysia toward China. 5. China's tech and digital influence. China's tech investments are winning Malaysia over. The 100 million China-Malaysia Gaming and Digital Content Fund boosts Malaysia's gaming industry, a global contender. Firms like Passion Republic, working on titles like Elden Ring, benefit from Chinese capital. Huawei and ZTE also drive Malaysia's 5G rollout, offering affordable tech versus US alternatives. In contrast, the US restricts Chinese tech firms, like blacklisting SMIC, which disrupts Malaysia's semiconductor supply chains. China's digital hubs, like the Kuala Lumpur-Zhengzhou Airport link, enhance e-commerce. Malaysia's digital economy, worth $87 billion from 2011-2023, thrives on Chinese support. The US offers tech expertise, but lacks direct investment in Malaysia's digital goals. China's tech ecosystem, from AI to gaming, aligns with Malaysia's vision to be a regional hub, pulling it closer to Beijing. 6. ASEAN-China alignment. Malaysia's role as ASEAN chair strengthens its China ties. Negotiations for an upgraded ASEAN-China free trade deal, set to conclude soon, promise Malaysia better access to China's market. Trade between ASEAN and China hit $34 billion in Q1 2025, dwarfing US-ASEAN trade. The ASEAN GCC China Summit in Kuala Lumpur, attended by China's Premier Li Qiang, counters US influence. Malaysia sees China as a partner that respects ASEAN's non-aligned stance, unlike the US, which pushes anti-China alliances like the Quad. China's investments, like the East Coast Rail Link, align with ASEAN's connectivity goals. Meanwhile, US tariffs and security focus alienate ASEAN nations, including Malaysia. By prioritizing regional cooperation, Malaysia leverages China's economic clout to boost its own influence, making Beijing a more reliable partner than Washington in the ASEAN framework. 7. Non-interference policy appeal. China's non-interference policy resonates with Malaysia. Unlike the US, which often ties aid to human rights or democratic reforms, China offers no-strings-attached deals. This suits Malaysia's government, which prioritizes sovereignty and economic growth over Western-style governance. For example, China's $10 billion rail project comes without political demands, while US engagement, like USAID programs, often includes reform conditions. Malaysia's PM Anwar Ibrahim has criticized Western hegemony, aligning with China's narrative of mutual respect. China's diplomatic push, including Xi's visit, emphasized equality, appealing to Malaysia's post-colonial ethos. The US focus on countering China, like through AUKUS, feels intrusive. China's hands-off approach, combined with economic perks, makes it a more comfortable partner, encouraging Malaysia to deepen ties with Beijing over Washington. 8. Cultural and educational exchanges. China's cultural diplomacy is pulling Malaysia closer. China expanded scholarships and exchange programs for Malaysian students, with thousands studying in Chinese universities. Confucius Institutes promote Mandarin and Chinese culture, building goodwill. Events like the China-Malaysia Cultural Festival, tied to Xi's visit, foster people-to-people ties. China also supports Malaysia's creative industries, like gaming, through funds and training. In contrast, US cultural outreach, like Fulbright programs, is smaller and less visible. Malaysia's diverse society, with a large ethnic Chinese population, finds China's initiatives relatable. For instance, twinning Kuala Lumpur and Zhengzhou airports includes cultural hubs. These soft power moves make China more approachable than the US, whose focus on security overshadows cultural ties. China's efforts create a sense of partnership, nudging Malaysia toward Beijing. 9. Geopolitical Balancing Act. Malaysia's drift toward China reflects a geopolitical balancing act. As a small nation, Malaysia navigates US-China rivalry by leaning toward the partner offering more benefits. China's economic clout and non-aligned stance align with Malaysia's neutral foreign policy. The ASEAN GCC China Summit, hosted by Malaysia, counters US-led blocs like the Quad. Meanwhile, US policies, like tariffs and AUKUS, pressure Malaysia to pick sides, which it resists. China's Belt and Road projects, like the Malacca Gateway, give Malaysia strategic leverage without military commitments. The US offers defense ties, like joint exercises, but these don't match China's economic perks. Malaysia's PM Anwar Ibrahim pushes fierce neutrality, making China's non-confrontational approach more appealing. By tilting toward Beijing, Malaysia gains flexibility in a polarized world, prioritizing pragmatism over US alignment. 10. Regional security dynamics. Finally, regional security dynamics play a role. Malaysia views China as a key player in the South China Sea, where both have overlapping claims. Yet, China's economic leverage makes confrontation less appealing. Deals like railway mowers signal cooperation over conflict. The US pushes a hardline stance, with naval patrols and AUKUS, which Malaysia sees as escalatory. China's ASEAN GC summit in Kuala Lumpur promotes dialogue, aligning with Malaysia's preference for diplomacy. While the US offers security partnerships, like arms sales, these don't address Malaysia's economic needs. China's investments, like ports, enhance Malaysia's maritime role without militarization. In 2025, Malaysia prioritizes stability and growth, making China's economic security balance more attractive than the US's confrontational approach. This pragmatic shift cements Malaysia's tilt toward Beijing. And there you have it, 10 reasons why Malaysia is drifting toward China over the US. From trade and infrastructure to diplomacy and culture, China's influence is reshaping Malaysia's priorities. The US's tariffs and security focus just aren't keeping up with Beijing's economic charm offensive. As Malaysia chairs ASEAN, this shift could redefine Southeast Asia's geopolitics. What do you think? Can the US win Malaysia back? Or is China's grip too strong? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell for more global insights. Check out our other videos on Asia's power plays and share this with friends who love geopolitics. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, stay informed, and let's keep exploring the world together. Peace out.